Hey everybody, welcome back. Recently, we got the idea of doubling the size of our LEGO Daily Bugle set. And of course, it's on Pop Culture Street over there. And it looks fantastic in its original form, I won't lie. Like, looking at it now, I'm like, do we even need to do this? Yes, we do. So what's our plan? Well, we're gonna double the size of the Daily Bugle. How are we gonna do that? Well, I'm gonna use this 3,772 piece Daily Bugle set. That comes with 25 awesome Marvel minifigures. Of course, if we want to double the size of the original one, well then, I think the easiest way to do that is to get an additional set. So we actually purchased this set during double points from the LEGO store, so we were able to get about $40 in cash back. And then I figured to myself, or I thought to myself, I don't really need duplicates of all these figures, so I'm just going to sell the figures, and then we're going to take all of the parts and double the size of our Daily Bugle. What we're going to do is we're going to make it twice as wide and probably one story taller. This set's awesome though. You know, it's beauty. It's got a lot of basic parts in it, and I think a lot of these parts are actually rather expensive on like Bricklink. So I think the most cost-effective way to double the size of the Daily Bugle is for sure by parting out a second one. So today, in addition to talking about doubling the size of our Bugle and taking a look at all of these awesome minifigures, we of course are going to be unboxing this Daily Bugle set. And it's been a while since we've built this. It's been out for over a year, so I don't even recall, how many bags are in here, what the instruction manual looks like. Well, I sort of recall that. I think it's all black and looks pretty awesome if you ask me. But we're going to take a look at how many bags are in here. We're going to see all of the parts that are in these bags, and we're also going to part them all out in our part organizing system and just sort of show you how we do that. So it looks like this one here has an interior box. So we get two boxes that will host all the bags. Let's just get rid of that for now. And let's crack open this box here. And I think the 25 minifigures were like spread out among all of these different bags and building stages. Obviously the instruction manual must be in this box here. And it looks like probably the majority of the parts. Yeah, there we go. It also comes with a gray base plate. That's another thing that I didn't think of actually. I recently mills plated that entire Daily Bugle over there, so we're gonna have to make a new mills plate that's gonna be double wide. So it's gonna be like 64 studs by 32 studs. So we're gonna have to redo all that work. There's our instruction manual with our sticker sheet. We'll have a look at that in one moment. But first thing I'm gonna do is organize all of these bags and put them in sequential order. All right, so we got them all sorted. There are 16 different bags. Didn't really need to do that to part it out because you can part them out, at any random order really. I just was curious to know and curious to get it all put together like this. I just think that's so cool. We also have some additional parts in here, some larger plates, all sorts of web, some flame elements, and then a little poly bag right there of all the different unique tiles, which is awesome. A little bit disappointed, our base plate, a little bit bent there, isn't it? But yeah, check out the wicked sticker sheet, like with the big TV screens, just the facts. Like you got Vote Osborne, Daily Bugle, Taxi stickers, Spider-Man stickers, all sorts of wicked ones there. Then all these like transparent ones too. Some pretty cool stickers, of course. And then we've got our wicked awesome instruction manual here too, Daily Bugle. And then you can learn about the set. I really like this. It identifies all of the minifigures, which is really cool, as there's 25 minifigs, right? So it's gonna be really neat to have a full set of those available, essentially for sale. And you can learn more about the building and the designers, featuring all the newspaper print pieces there that you saw in that poly bag. And then all the different building stages. So 1, 2, 3 builds the first floor, 4, 5, I guess finishes off the first floor, 6, 7, 8, you get the second floor, 9, 10, 11, a couple more floors, you got the Green Goblin bursting out there, and then 12 through 16 to finish off the roof and the sign and the rest of the minifigures there. Very cool. So pretty big instruction manual. I can't even remember how many steps it has. Of course I can't remember that. How would I remember that? There's the finished product on page 370. And there's 535 building steps. So that's pretty cool. So there we have the Daily Bugle instruction manual. I'm very curious to part this out and check out some of our part quantities. I know there's going to be a lot of very similar parts because the building floors are pretty much all the same. So it should be pretty easy to part out. I was noticing that when you're going through these, some of these building stages or building bags have like very few parts in them. Like, I can't remember where the example was, but that right there. Like, really, Lego? Really? Try to reduce plastic waste? That is actually ridiculous. There's like no parts in there. And there's all sorts of examples like that throughout this build. So it's sort of strange. All right, but now we're gonna get to work and we're gonna sort all of these by part type and build all our minifigures. All right, everybody, remember to give Mrs. Bricksie a big shout out for helping us out today. She's the one in charge of parting out the Daily Bugle as I work on other projects here in the Lego room. She's sorting it all by part type, doing it bag by bag, and as she goes through and sorts out the bags, she's building all of the minifigures just so we have all the pieces together that go with the minifigs. But yeah, we've done this lots for rebrickable models, and now we're doing it here for our Daily Bugle. So all the parts are really easy to find when we go about creating our doubled up Daily Bugle. Definitely essential, and I'd rather do this than like, you know, fish for parts through the bags. I'd rather sort it all just so when we go to build it, it's really easy to find everything. This set is absolutely insane with the minifigures. Like, it is off the charts. I love it. Daredevil, Black Cat, Green Goblin, Spider-Pig, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Ghost Spider, Blade, the Punisher. Yeah, Blade and the Punisher, that's awesome. Firestar, Mysterio, Gwen Stacy, Peter Parker, Aunt May, Betty Brant. Who's that? It's like a publisher. Ron Barney. There's the cab driver. His name is Bernie, I believe. And then we've got Robbie Robertson and somebody else who works at the Bugle there. That's Ben Urich. And then, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, J. Jonah Jameson. Why does Stan Lee always have, you know, the same letters? Daredevil, J. Jonah Jameson. You know what I mean? All these people have the same letters. You notice that? I knew that because of, well, I pointed that out because of Big Bang Theory. I will not lie. Then we have Amber Grant right there. And in the back, we've got some awesome ones here. We've got Octavius, or Dr. Octopus, Carnage, Venom. They should be side by side, shouldn't they? And then we have Sandman as well. Now, minifigures such as Sandman, Firestar, the Green Goblin come with some additional accessories. And we're going to have to locate those accessories among all of the parts right here. Things like the glider, the flames, and just like the big, what, sandstorm? Yeah, I guess we'll call it a sandstorm. We may as well like pair all that stuff up together, right? Because it sort of belongs with the minifig. So that's the amazing 25 minifigures, and here are all the parts. So we put these rail pieces all together. Look at them all. That's crazy. All these window glasses panels, like that is a lot of them. That's crazy. Then we have all the brick, all the weird oddity stuff like those newspaper elements, these panels, windows, these large things. Can't even remember where those go. They must be on the roof. Then we've got all our plate, 1x, 4x, 6x, whatever it may be. So we didn't do a refined sort like we typically do because I don't think we needed to do it. We've got the connector elements there, snot bricks that are 2 tall. They're actually a little bit shorter than 2, I think. Yeah, see, they're not too tall. They're actually a little bit shorter. Then we've got all our tiles, all our modified 1x2 plates with the slide. Holy crow, there's a lot of those. Jumpers, just all the different stuff here like inverted slopes, brackets, snot bricks, circular elements, 1x1 bricks, 1x2s, 1x1 miscellaneous stuff, corner bricks and plates, and then just some miscellaneous wedges and whatnot. So yeah, there we go. That's how we sort all of our stuff. I'm curious. I'm gonna look in the instruction manual to find out how big some of these quantities are, because there is a lot of the same piece in the set. Like, look at some of these quantities. 287, 14, well, 14 is a small number, but 59. There's some big quantities in the set. I wonder how many of those window glass there are. Where would that be? And also those 1x2 plates. Oh, here's the window glass. 347 of those. Holy crow. And the 1x2 modified with the slide. Where is that? There it is. 231 of those. So obviously, because the floors are pretty much identical. Oh, I wonder how many of those big rails there are. But obviously, because the floors are pretty much identical, there are a lot of duplicate parts found in this set. But I mean, that's just because it's a skyscraper, right? All the floors are essentially the same. So how do I plan on, doubling up our Daily Bugle? What's going to be my process? Well, I'm not going to use a digital design software. I'm not going to do anything like that. Essentially, I'm going to take our original one, which is all modular, comes apart by the different floors. And I'm essentially going to take out this wall. Take out the side wall. And then I'm going to build a Mills plate and just sort of transfer the ground floor over and just double it. Double the width of it, that is, by using the instructions, center our entrance, and then just sort of do the same for the other ones, and hopefully it just comes together. Now, because we don't have to build this sidewall, and we don't have to build the other sidewall, that should give us enough pieces to build an additional floor. So I hope to do that. Obviously, I have some parts in our inventory, so I'm going to be able to supplement it with that so that we have enough plates and stuff to do that. So that's how I plan on doubling up the Daily Bugle. Just sort of trial and error with the instructions. Put two of them side by side, but just lose the left wall on this one and the right wall on the one that we're going to build with all of these parts right over here. And of course, I'm going to make a video vlogging my experience on how I double up my Daily Bugle, just the ins and the outs of how I'm going to do it, and then review the product and also place it in the LEGO City. Really excited about that. Big shout out to Jose once again for partying this thing out for us as I was working on other projects here in the LEGO room. Got some awesome minifigures that I'm stoked on, and a lot of parts here to help us double up our Daily Bugle. Been wanting to do this for a while, and now we're finally doing it. Everybody, thank you so much for coming on by. We hope you enjoyed this video as we parted out the Daily Bugle, took a look at the minifigures, and discussed how we plan on doubling it up. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and farewell.